What's up, guys and gals? Your boy Dread is back for the second time today with an episode of Wrestle Talk, and this is my 2016 Royal Rumble recap, where I break down, to the best of my abilities, all the matches and the results of this year's Royal Rumble. Now, for the opening match, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental title in a last man standing match. I predicted that Dean Ambrose would come out with the W, and I was right. Now, I expected the only thing about this match is I expected it just to go on just a little bit longer. I'm satisfied with the result, and the average was an attention grabber. I mean, it did good enough, at grabbing my attention. I mean, it had a pretty good, decent spots, back and forth trash talking between the two, which I actually liked just as much as the actual wrestling, and the finish was pretty good too. But you know what? To tell you the truth, I either expected Ambrose to come out with the W or for it to be some kind of shenanigans where neither of them win because they were both in the Royal Rumble. And I like the fact that they kind of showed that both guys were showing some of the scars and some of the that they were banged up from the last man standing match in the Royal Rumble. Yes, they're both in it. But yeah, overall, I will give that match a 7.5 out of 10. Yes, sir. Now, the New Day versus the Usos. This is actually kind of the sleeper match on the card, more so than the Divas match, which I thought was a little bit more entertaining. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, like the match kind of had its it had maybe one or two good moments, but other than that, I mean, it was not that entertaining of a match. Hell, the antics of the New Day was more entertaining than the match itself. I know that's not really saying much, but oh well. But I'll give that match probably about a 5.5 out of 10. Now, Kalisto versus Dos Caras Jr., also known as Alberto Del Rio. Um, you had a this match was like straight out of Lucha Underground, and I predicted that Kalisto would come out with the W, and I was also correct about that. I don't really have. I mean, like that match. I mean, you can't really expect a 5-star match. I mean, well, hell, out of those guys, I mean, they can. I'm pretty sure that they could give you a 5-star WrestleMania quality match. But I mean, come on, with time constraints and with Alberto Del Rio being in the Royal Rumble, you can't really ask for too much. But yeah, there was a couple of jumper spots in the match where it's like, oh my god, the match really could be over. And Kalisto had like a slight botch, but I mean, it wasn't really too much to really get mad over. But Kalisto had some tremendous spots. I mean, come on, he's a luchador. That's what luchadors do, high flying, acrobatic, over the top rope, kind of spots. And Alberto Del Rio, I mean, he's a complete wrestler. I mean, he could do it all. I mean, he's a technical wrestler. He can do some high flying stuff, and he's a good striker. But all in all, I was pleased with the result of that match, and I'll also give that match another 7.5 out of 10. Now, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for the Divas Championship. That match actually did a pretty decent job at holding my attention. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I mean, the Divas division has been kind of weak in the past 10 years. The Divas division hasn't really been worth watching literally in like the past 10 years. The mid 2000s when the last time I was really excited about the Divas division. Now, not so much. But both of them did a pretty fair job at wrestling. And of course, you have the outside interference with Ric Flair, and I figured that Charlotte was going to retain the title. I'm betting my bottom dollar that Charlotte is going to lose that title at WrestleMania, and she's going to lose it to none other than Sasha Banks, who also showed up after the match, to assault and attack Becky Lynch, and also to assault and attack Charlotte. But I would give this match probably give it a 5 out of 10. Now, the Royal Rumble match, what we all been waiting for. The end result, I'm not gonna lie, it was predictable. I mean, this whole time I figured that Triple H was gonna enter himself in the Royal Rumble. At first thought the last week's episode of Monday Night Raw, they said Roman Reigns is gonna be number one entry in the Royal Rumble. I'm like, wow, what a surprise! And Triple H, he entered the Royal Rumble at number 30. Also, a big surprise. I figured he was either going to enter at number 30 or it was going to come down to Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at the end. And then as soon as he wins, then Vince is going to come out and say, wait, we have one more surprise entry. And then after a battle-worn Roman Reigns, he's done eliminating everybody. Then Triple H, kick to the gut, pedigree, then throw him out of the ring and wins the World Championship. Now, for a World Championship Royal Rumble match, I kind of expected a little bit more surprise entries. Like, I expected Finn Balor, but hey, we got AJ Styles, and that's just as good as a Finn Balor debut, main roster debut. Hell, even better. But all in all, I mean, like the let's see. Oh yeah, by far, Bray Wyatt was probably the MVP of the Royal Rumble. But him and Brock Lesnar were probably the MVPs of the Royal Rumble. I mean, because you had the Wyatt family pretty much just dominate most of the Royal Rumble until Brock Lesnar came out and Suplex City, Suplex City, Suplex City, F5. But hell, even when it came down to the final few guys of the Royal Rumble, that's when it really did get exciting. You had Roman Reigns, Triple H, Chris Jericho, Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt, and Dean Ambrose. I mean, because, like, come on, what else could you really ask for? Now, the eliminations that really did piss me off, well, Brock Lesnar's elimination did make me mad, especially because of the way he got eliminated. But then again, the way he got eliminated was a blessing in disguise because it could set up a feud between him and the Wyatts. It's more specifically I could see either Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar at this year's WrestleMania. If he doesn't have a title reign, or if they decide not to do anything else with him, then yes, a feud with the Wyatt family would be great for Brock Lesnar because you really get to see who the big monster is. Let's see. But when it came down to as soon as Roman Reigns got eliminated, I'm like, Triple H is going to win. And then when it came down to Triple H and Dean Ambrose, I'm like, oh, yeah, Triple H is really going to win. I'm like, I mean, come on, man. Don't make it this goddamn predictable. But then again, I mean, if you think about it, safe booking, this you got to think. WWE is known for playing it safe when it comes to booking winners for their match. I mean, because all right, think about it like this. If Roman Reigns did win this match, and I didn't really want him to, but if he did win the match, it's like, what's the point? What is he fighting for now? What's the point of him, defending the title going into the match? I mean, whether it be by a legit loss or a screw job. And the only way that he would have won this Royal Rumble is if it was led to him turning heel, which I don't think that they're going to do for quite some time. I don't think that, I mean, like, everybody who's expecting a Roman Reigns heel turn, stop. I mean, like, at least not this year. Yeah, not this year. I would not expect a Roman Reigns heel turn until either Seth Rollins or John Cena comes back. Now, I'll give the overall Royal Rumble match probably about a 7 out of 10. But here's the things I was missing in the Royal Rumble. Things that I wanted to see but didn't. I wanted to see Finn Balor make his debut. I wanted to see a possible Undertaker return. I was pleased with the AJ Styles debut. I was pleased with Sami Zayn. I was pleased with Brock Lesnar just coming out and dominating. And I expected Jericho to do a little bit more. I mean, but everybody in the crowd was pissed off when AJ Styles got eliminated. And I also expected the Daniel Bryan return. That's pretty much the thing that disappointed me the most. But other than that, it didn't really disappoint me that much. I mean, like, you pretty much just got what you asked for when you looked at this Royal Rumble. But yeah, the only thing let's see, the road to WrestleMania starts now, and it's only 10 more weeks until WrestleMania. So I see a Triple H versus Roman Reigns feud. I see a possible feud between Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental title. That'll be interesting. I see a Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar feud. And I see more NXT talent coming up. I mean, I would love to see Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles would tear the house down at this year's WrestleMania. But only time will tell. We'll see. But anyway, guys, comment. Let me know what you thought of this year's Royal Rumble. What would you rate this pay-per-view on a scale of 1 to 10? Overall, I will give it 7.5 out of 10 as an overall rating. And what were some things that you missed in this Royal Rumble? Those things that you wanted to see but didn't? And where do you think the WWE is going to go from here? WrestleMania starts now. Well, the road to WrestleMania starts now. I'll be back, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.